Well, hello friends, welcome to Freedom Homestead. I'm Tangie and I wanted to give you guys a garden tour.
What makes your garden grow? Water and sunshine. What makes your spirit grow? Knowing that she'll be mine.
We've been trying to do these weekly, but yeah, I just wanted to show you some of the things. There's a lot has changed since our last video, so let me show you what's going on. Since our last video, we had a freeze, and it is not normal for our area at all. I know some people were saying, well, why did you plant so early? Well, we did not plant early for our area. We actually planted a little later than what most people would plant. So we had to take some things out and redo some things. So yeah, let me show you what we've done. Okay, so in this front row we have cabbage. These rows are about 25 feet long. So we have cabbage under this insect barrier. I bought this insect barrier at off of Amazon, and I just used, let me tell you what I did. I took wire hangers, I straightened them out, and then cut them in half and stuck one half down there to kind of anchor the hula hoop. So yeah, so that's what I did. And then just fit those over and then laid the insect barrier down and then connected cable ties to keep them in place. So it's actually, it looks pretty good. It looks like it's gonna work. All right, so anyway, this front row is cabbage, and these are early flat Dutch cabbage, I believe. So they all look great. Down at the end of this cabbage row, I have zinnia. Okay, we got this row planted. I've got California Wonder Bells, which are flanked by marigolds. And then down there, I actually just replanted okra. So all of that is okra. I have Clemson Spineless and a couple of burgundy okra plants down there. The next couple of rows are our tomatoes. All of these I started from seed. Actually, everything except the cabbage that I'm growing and some of the herbs I have started from seed. I've got a marigold here. I've got a zinnia there. I had a tomato plant, but the birds got it. The bugs have eaten down my basil. I put some diatomaceous earth, but I think it's a little too late. All of my tomatoes look incredible. These are all, this whole row is Roma tomatoes. They all look really happy. This is a patty pan squash. Down at the end of this tomato row, I have sunflowers. It's a mammoth sunflower. So, and look, there's another basil that the bugs have gotten a hold of. Anyway, most of these, I'd say half this row are Romas. Then the rest of them are mortgage lifters and Cherokee purple. And then the birds got a hold of this one, this patty pan squash as well. Okay, so this next row, that was a marigold, but the birds got it. This row, we did half squash, that's crookneck, yellow crookneck, and zucchini. And then the other half is Georgia collards. And then the rest of these rows are sweet corn. So coming over here to the herb garden, next year I'm gonna have Jack cut this up so it opens it up. But we have oregano, we have cilantro. I started this cilantro from seed, and it has really blown up since I planted it there. I have thyme, sage, rosemary. The sage I started from seed, and it also has really taken off since I planted it. Again, my basil's getting eaten by the bugs. And I want you to look at all of the volunteer tomatoes. We use our own compost in here, and I have got so many little tomato plants that have popped up, and I think that is a potato. I think that's a potato. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it is. But lots of volunteer tomato plants.
This was our old compost.
Yes.
So it was all of our...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here's our raised garden, our victory garden. This is my favorite bed. It is so full and lush and beautiful. We have butter crunch lettuce here, which I did a big harvest day before yesterday. We've got runner beans. A couple of them were taken out during the freeze, even though I covered them. So I've got them replanted, but this one is already climbing. So it's doing really well. This is a pink bumblebee, grape tomato, and it's doing really well. I've got a nasturtium there that is just really filling out. I've got this red lettuce that is also doing well. And then everything else, this is giant noble spinach. And believe it or not, I actually just harvested this yesterday morning. I cut down a bunch of it, and it just seems like the more I cut, the more it grows. Anyway, so we have spring onions and then giant noble spinach all through here. And then on this side of the onions, we have Swiss chard. And I just planted some sparkler tip radishes in between those. And I've got a few beets down here. And since the bugs keep eating my basil, I planted some basil from seed down along through here. So hopefully I will have some basil by the end of the season. Right here, I have a pygmy sunflower planted. It's a sunflower that gets no more than 18 inches tall. I have a zinnia planted here, and I also planted a pygmy sunflower in this area, but it has not germinated yet. Okay, so going down this side of the raised beds, I had planted some baby watermelons, sugar baby watermelons in this, and they never came up. I checked the seeds were really soft. I think they just rotted. So I freshened the soil, and I have planted spaghetti squash in this. So we'll try that and we'll see how that does. You will notice I have several toy snakes now in my garden, and that is to hopefully keep the birds away. We'll see. But I have planted my banana peppers in this area, and a couple have already been taken out by the birds. I've got onions going back here. Of course, this is my garlic. And then down here, I have my jalapeno peppers. I've got a beautiful zinnia that I've planted there. That is I believe that's one of my candy striped zinnias. This is the cantaloupe that I saved from Aldi. I saved the seeds, and they are doing fantastic. I've already thinned it out a little bit. I'm gonna let these continue to grow, you know, and just see which ones do better, and those will be the ones that I keep. Then I've got carrots here and carrots over here, and I'm not too crazy about their progress, so we'll see. We'll continue to see how they do. My Egyptian walking onions, which we have been harvesting, they're massive. So now we're down to this side of the garden, and right in here, all of these beans got froze during our freeze, even though I had them covered up. And most of this part of the cucumbers and some of those. So I just took everything out and reseeded. Some of them are already popped up, but you can see paw prints where the dogs have been getting in this. And then these are the white icicle radishes. Not a fan. Not a fan. I won't plant those again. French breakfast are my favorite. But I thought I would try a new variety, and they're just too peppery for me. Not crazy about them. Okay, in this bed, I have been telling you guys that this was being reserved for strawberries. We finally got our bare root strawberry plants from My Gardener, and those have been put in. Of course, you cannot see them because they are bare root, but hopefully they will start to green out very soon. But just very, very happy to have them in the ground, and I hope they do well. I really felt like I had no idea what I was doing, but we'll see how they do. I do have my lemon balm plant. It's teeny tiny, but it's in there, and I hope that fills out and does well. In this pot we have hyssop, and that's an experiment. We'll just see how that does. And then this bed is all beans except for the strawberry plant. We've harvested almost all of the radishes here. Again, these are French breakfast, my absolute favorite. And we do have the one patty pan squash plant, which the birds have just picked on it mercilessly. But yeah, so we've got the strawberry plant, which is doing incredible. It did have, I put some diatomaceous earth on it because it had some aphids that were just eating it up. Everything looks good. All right, friends, I hope you guys enjoyed this garden update. This is something new too. I don't know if you can see it, but Jack strung some outdoor lights from the garage to the deck, and then we're planning on doing another strand along this side of the deck. Where are we at? Yeah, along this side of the deck. So anyway, so it'll look really nice. But yeah, we've really enjoyed having that out here. All right, you guys, so that is our garden update. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how things are going where you are. We have been harvesting radishes, spinach, onions, and lettuce. Very much looking forward to tomatoes. I think I'm probably looking more forward to the tomatoes and the corn and the okra. Really, just everything. Anyway, that's all I've got for you guys today. Until next time, remember to be vigilant, be prayerful, and be prepared. Bye, guys.